We have been talking about this thing since the Marvel announcement at Comic-Con 2 years ago. I want to say is when Kevin Feige was up on that stage dropping titles and showing everybody what was to come.
It's got to be.
It was after Endgame wrapped up, and since then there's been a pandemic, schedule shifts, everything pushed back, and here we are.
And we started a podcast.
We knew, and man, thank goodness the time has come. I think we're primed and ready for Loki, the third title in Marvel's Phase 4. Let's just get out of the way. Tom Hiddleston is coming back as Loki, a version that jumps from the 2012 Avengers movie, alternate timeline, and gets caught by time police, ends up getting in close proximity to an agent, don't know his name, played by Owen Wilson. This looks like a multiverse jumping, planet jumping. Asgard is coming into play because you see the Bifrost at certain points. You see Loki like running for office. You see him fighting with knives. I think that this is going to be, and we've seen some people tweeting today, Brandon Davis over at Comic Book, and just people that are really excited about this show saying that this title, out of the 3 that have come out this year so far, WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, this show Loki is going to have the biggest impact across the MCU by far, which really gets me excited. It's like getting me questions like, where is he going to be jumping to? What types of versions of Earth will we see? It seems like he ends up in a New York that's just totally destroyed at one point. I remember from the poster, it just looked like it was caving in. You might have seen like a Bruce Banner or like a Hulk-looking figure, but it could have been anything, anybody, different versions of Earth where like maybe the Avengers didn't exist. And, you know,
everything's fair game. That's what I'm excited about.
Mutants could be coming into play. Mephisto.
No,
I'm just kidding. But serious, and all joking aside, though, this could be a show that absolutely you get a glimpse of Deadpool. Character, what situations will he be in that makes us care about these 6 episodes?
Who's going to be the villain of the show?
Exactly. And like the protagonist, antagonist of this show gets really like, what are we going to be watching? Loki's a bad guy at this point. You know, in Avengers, he gets picked up. He was trying to take over the planet Earth for Thanos. He hasn't lived through the events of the Dark World and Ragnarok and Infinity War. I mean, that guy, he's dead.
Yeah.
But this guy, he's going to have his own journey. You're right. Like, who is the good guy? Is it going to be some of it like the Time Bureau? It probably will set up like the Time Bureau is this big structure that you can like, it's like we control everything, we keep everything in line, but then you'll figure out that somebody at the Time Bureau is not who they say they are. I bet we see something like that.
Yeah, I think that the question I just asked, like who's going to be the villain of the show, I feel like that's going to be something that we're going to be asking like till the very end.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like it's going to have something to do with like the morality of time travel and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, and like what does he do when he starts seeing opportunities to jump to something where he's like, oh, this will benefit me? Because Loki's all about like, the shortcut to getting there fast. He wants to be in charge. He might see an opportunity to be like, oh, I'll jump over here. I'm excited to see where he goes, man.
Yeah. Everything's fair game. I don't know what. I have no clue what we're going to see.
He could cross paths with like the Guardians of the Galaxy. We could see another version of Thor. And I also wanted to make a prediction for sure right now that this Loki, no doubt, no question, will come face to face with our Thor at a certain point in a certain title.